There's no such thing as good. There's only great. This is orthopedics and sports medicine like nowhere else.
The Hoopster, North Dakota boys and girls basketball preview. The Hoopster and Miss Hoopster provide information on all North Dakota boys and girls basketball teams in every high school division for the upcoming season. Find out who's playing, get to know all the top returning athletes, and check out North Dakota high school basketball past and present record holders, along with other information the Hoopster and Miss Hoopster has to offer. If your organization is interested in reaching North Dakota basketball fans, the Hoopster offers a variety of advertising packages. For more information, visit IndyHoopster.com or visit the Hoopster on Facebook or X. We'll see you on the court.
When it comes to my child and the sports they love, I want them to be ready for their moment. So to fuel their bodies and their potential, I choose an authentic source of protein that has the nutrients they need to succeed and a taste they already love, with one simple ingredient: beef.
You don't have to be a superhero for your support to be important at Jesse's Toy Box. There are many ways you can ensure every child in the hospital will receive a toy. Every little bit that you commit goes a long way in helping fulfill their mission. Make a monetary donation, have your business become a Jesse's Toy Box drop-off location, or drop off new toys at any of the Jesse's Toy Box locations. Learn more about how you can get involved and take advantage of the opportunity to do some good. Jesse's Toy Box, ensuring every child in the hospital receives a toy.
Watch me. Watch me shine with every snap. Born to move fans, to cheer and clap. 2 different legs, that's how I play. One built from science to help me on the day. Between these lines, I'm all heart and muscle. Don't stare too long, you'll miss the hustle. Watch me. Pioneers in prosthetic technology at Shriners Children's. The most amazing care anywhere.
Hi, I'm Katie with First Community Credit Union, and we're here with Dakota Dirt Coffee.
We chose First Community Credit Union because, first and foremost, they're right in our community of Milton, North Dakota, and the convenience of that and being able to know the people that we're dealing with, that's something that we can't get anywhere else. I would say FCCU could be best described as a full-service financial institution that's offered and available in a local community.
Since 1941, Minn Kota Ag Products has been helping farmers with their agricultural needs. The farming industry has expanded at great lengths, and Minn Kota Ag Products is there to provide farmers with their entire chemical, fertilizer, seed, and grain elevator needs. They also offer deep band tillage, chemical application, and fertilizer application, just to name a few. For market access at your fingertips and information essential to your farm operation, download the Minn Kota Ag Products app. Minn Kota Ag Products, proud to be a partner in your farm operation since 1941.
Highway Service is your Polaris Master Certified dealer in Hankinson and is locally owned and operated. Whether you're looking for the latest in snowmobiles, ATVs, side-by-sides, or riding mowers, they've got it. They offer experience, fair prices, and a friendly atmosphere. Highway Service is big enough to provide all the equipment you need, yet small enough to greet you on a first-name basis. Mike, Kelly, and the rest of the crew wish Cody the best of luck in the NFL.
Watch me. Watch me pirouette with style and grace. An open floor of inspiration. This is my place. 5 positions to start, leotard and tights. A story through movement, under music and lights. Straight and tall, they promised I'd stand. I'm a ballerina who twirls like the blades of a fan. Watch me. Innovative scoliosis treatment at Shriners Children's. The most amazing care anywhere.
Looking for reliable professionals to handle your building construction needs? Contact SMB Custom Homes in Wyndmere. You can depend on them to build your dream home the way you want it. SMB Custom Homes will take care of all construction aspects, from design to delivery. Contact them to get your pre-engineered home delivered to your location. They can even attach a garage and additional rooms on site. SMB Custom Homes, 439-0045.
Spirit of the Youth Empowered. Circle Nation School in Wapaton, North Dakota is now accepting employee and student applications for the 2024-2025 upcoming school year. The mission of Circle Nation School is to build academic achievement and foster healthier development of the whole child in an intertribal environment in grades 4 through 8. For more information, please visit our website at circlenations.org or find us on Facebook or Instagram. Come join the Circle Nations family. It's a school experience and a life experience. Spirit of the Youth Empowered.
Sometimes it's tough being a dad. Kids grow up fast. Hey girls, oh, love it.
Dad, what are you doing?
I'm TikToking.
Is he serious?
Don't even want me around anymore. You know when I first started noticing it? When I stopped getting hugs. Hugs mean a lot to a dad. So, with Command IQ, I found a way to get the hugs back. Watch.
Dad, the Wi-Fi is down.
Oh, let me see if I can fix it.
It's back. Thanks, Dad. You're the best.
With Command IQ, you can bring the hugs back.
Welcome to the 50th Annual Shrine Bowl Banquet. Give yourself a hand for being here. Hey, hey! On behalf of the cities of Mayville and Portland, we welcome you, and I bring special greetings from President Brian Van Horn of Mayville State University. He brings his greetings, and of course, as we say in this building, go Comets! Let's hear it. Go Comets! All right. Yeah. Before we get going, I think it's only appropriate that we offer up a prayer, so if you please stand. And then remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance. Supreme Architect, thank you for this North Dakota Day. Bless these players and these coaches as they do battle for the Shrine Hospitals this afternoon. Also bless these kids at Shriners Hospitals for Children. I know they can't play, but you have a special place for them as well. Please bless this food we're about to have, because we know it, even though it nourishes our body, it is you who nourishes our soul. All this we pray in your name. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag, the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much, and please be seated. Please welcome to the podium our North Dakota Shrine Bowl Chairman, Jason Kaufman from Elzegel Shrine and Lynn Michalik from Chem Shrine. I believe Jason is up first.
Now I'm feeling old with these. So good morning, and I'm going to speak on behalf of the North Dakota Shrine Bowl and for my fellow chairman, Lynn Michalik, who said I don't want to talk. So I want to just say welcome to the 50th Annual Shrine Bowl. This is a big deal for us. It's a big deal for all you in the room, so we thank you. Some of you in this room have heard me say this before, but it takes a village, and it's worth repeating. An expression we've heard before, and it really describes the Shrine Bowl to a T as we sit back and reflect on the efforts of so many to make all of this possible. In our first letter to the parents and families of our players, we shared the three primary goals. And now when I look out at you, I get dizzy. Three primary goals of the North Dakota Shrine Bowl. First is to honor these high school athletes, tremendous athletes on the field, but also men of high character. You can't be in this room if you're not a man of high character, and all of these gentlemen are, right? And provide them an opportunity to play in an all-star game. The second mission is to raise money for Shriners Children's. That's why we're here, right? And so we appreciate everybody here. We currently have approximately 500 children. My numbers might be on or off, but we want more, so I'm going to raise the number. 500 children throughout our region. In our region, North Dakota, Minnesota, South Dakota, Iowa, Nebraska, it stretches very, very far for the Shriners Twin Cities facilities, providing the best care possible for orthopedics, burn, spinal cord injuries, craniofacial, regardless of a family's ability to pay. So what we've accomplished this week, what you all have accomplished this week and will for the rest of today, makes a massive difference in the lives of these children and their families, so thank you. And then third is to inform the public of our fraternity, about our charity, and find more children that we may be able to help. So as you hear the stories of our national patient and our princess today, Piper, hi Piper, be thinking of people you may come across. They may look the same, they may not look the same, but we treat a tremendous variety of conditions, so we are always looking. So now to our village. I'm going to start, and this one I got to read because there's a lot of them. We've got a number of honored guests here today. Joining us today, one of our own third-generation Shriner, Imperial Sir Matt Sterlickson and Lady Mandy from Elzegel. So a fun fact about Matt is not only was he the chairman of this very game years ago and has laid the foundation, but he's also the chairman of our national East-West Shrine Bowl game. So he's very well aware of what we're doing here today and everything else that goes with it. We also want to recognize the leaders of our respective temples, the Elzegel Shrine and the Chem Shrine with our potentates, Travis Will from Elzegel and Steve Renslow from Chem Shriners, if you'd stand. And I know as well in the room, there's a number of our divan, which is essentially our temple leadership, as well as fellow nobles, all the guys that are wearing these beautiful fezzes. So thank you for being here. We appreciate your support. The Shrine Bowl Committee, we've got, I think, 15 or 16 men that volunteer. Obviously, we are all volunteers. We've got our own companies, businesses, families that take us in other places. So I thank all of you that are part of the Shrine Bowl Committee. Their names are on your program. So if you see them, say thank you. They give a lot of time. We work year-round to make this week possible, but we do it because we love it. So thank you for that. And then to our ladies for supporting us, fez-wearing football fanatics. I'm a lot of work. I know. Trust me, she knows. But thank you. And then Bill Lorenz. Bill Lorenz is our executive director. He's the liaison with the North Dakota High School Athletic Association with the coaches. So Bill's the one who coordinates all of the coaches, the 16 coaches that have taken a week out of their summers to volunteer to be here. Some for their first time, some multiple times. So thank you for being here. We appreciate it. We hope you get as much out of this as we do. And then to the 126, 128 young men that are wearing the jerseys today, be proud of the jerseys. We are. You should be. You've earned it. So thank you for being here. You chose to be here. You accepted the nominations to be here, and you gave a week of your time. I hope you got everything out of it that you hoped for, and you learned a lot more than you maybe thought coming in. And then, yes, clap for them. I realize I stand between you and the food line, so we're going to make this quick, okay? And then again, to the parents and the families of these young men, you raised them right. I said earlier they had to be men of high character to be here today, so it's not without your efforts over 18 plus years. You've raised quality young men. Enjoy them today. We thank you for sharing them with us. And lastly, our shrine patients. I said earlier, and you're going to get a chance to hear from them later today, later in the program, but we have Poppy Dole from Lincoln, Nebraska, and her family over here. Poppy's our National Patient Ambassador. And then we have Piper Heglin right here with her family. Piper's our princess this year, and she ain't scared of nothing, right? So thank you for being here, and any other shrine patients that are in the room, young or old, we thank you for your commitment to our goals. And then one last item that I'm going to get off the stage is we have a silent auction. We'll be setting up in this back corner after the banquet. So once we're set up, feel free to come browse through. There's a little sheet on every table where you can scan the QR code to see, what items we've got, but you can come check them out live after the banquet. That's it. If I haven't called you out by name, understand that you are appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you, Jason. Next up, Lynn Michalik, Chemshrine co-chairman.
Try to keep this short. I want to thank everybody for being here. Thank you, parents, for raising these nice young men. We had a good week of practice. Everybody learned a lot. I think they enjoyed everything. I'm not very much of a speaker, but I want to thank my wife for being here because she puts up with all my Masonic and Shrine activities, and I just want to say happy anniversary, dear.
Oh, he just got some points, didn't he? These two shrine groups, Elzagle and Chem, Elzagle is basically southern North Dakota and west central Minnesota, and Chem Shrine is northern North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. And with us, as we were earlier introduced, is our bosses. We don't call them presidents, we call them potentates, and so we want to bring those guys up here, and I think we have a little presentation for them. So first up, let's have the Elzagle potentate, Travis Will. Why don't you come on up, Travis?
And so Travis's lady, Megan, is she's working today, so he can be here. So please, you can take hers for you. But
and from Kim Shrine, all the way from Grand Forks, we got Steve Renslow and Lady Kim.
Since Lynn said a little something about his anniversary, Kim and I had our 44th yesterday. Anniversary. And thank you everyone for coming. Thank you, patients, for being here. Congratulations to all the players. I hope you have a great day.
What guys won't do for a kiss, huh? Our guests of honor are here with us, and we need to introduce those and bring those up and visit with them a little bit. So our first Shrine National patient, Poppy Dole, and I think you come from a long ways, I think, as I recall. So come on up. Let's give him a hand.
Good morning. My name is Poppy Dole, and I'm 15 years old, and I attend Waverly High School in Lincoln, Nebraska, where I'll be a sophomore. I'm currently a patient at Shriners Hospital's Twin Cities, and I have been since I was 2 years old. I was born without my left forearm and hand. Shriners are and have been a very big part of my life. When I was born, my parents never thought of me any differently. They worked hard to make sure no one saw me or treated me as a victim. I was told, although I was special, it wasn't because of my one arm. My parents always wanted to protect me, but they knew that if it was too much, I wouldn't learn what I needed to. They wanted me to earn everything that I ever achieved. They always said, I don't care you have one arm, you're not getting an extra cookie. At the age of 2, Drew Borski, a local Shriner, approached my family at a carnival in Lincoln and asked us if we've heard of Shriners. My parents found out from Drew about Shriners Hospitals for Children and the important and life-changing work they do for children. They were unsure about what they should do and how they should support me. My parents talked together about giving me all the opportunities possible and decided to give it a chance. About 6 months later, my family drove me to my first appointment at the Twin Cities Hospital in Minneapolis, where I was fitted and measured for my first prosthetic. A month later, my family drove back to see what Shriners had designed. At the time, I was very apprehensive and wouldn't put the arm on. After about an hour, my parents filled the prosthetic arm with M&Ms. Only then was I interested enough to try it on. I've had many arms over the past 11 years. The first attachment had a passive hand and then a 2-finger grip. My older brother became very familiar with that prosthetic as I accidentally knocked out his 2 front teeth when we were wrestling. He definitely did not see me as disabled that day. I've used other prosthetics which had attachments that allows me to use it for strumming a guitar or holding a broom. It also had an attachment that acted as a foldable fin which helped me swim. My current prosthetic helps me in weightlifting, which I do for conditioning in soccer. It attaches to the weight bar and helps me remain stable. I was very excited to start using it as it was difficult to do several lifts without additional stability. We are also experimenting with an additional leather grip to use with my trumpet for marching band and jazz band. It helps me hold my trumpet high and stay supported through the maneuvers of marching band. Despite all these tools, I feel more comfortable not wearing one full time. It has been important to me that a prosthetic be more than just looking like I have 2 hands. If I wore one, it needed to help me with a specific task. Prosthetics often slow me down and can be extremely heavy and warm in the summer. Many of you do not know this, but when a person is missing a limb, the body doesn't know this and can have issues regulating their temperature. This can make the person overheat in the summer, and the limb can often turn purple in the winter from sensitivity to the cold. The word independent to me means being able to do something on your own or with very little help. Even when I was little, independence meant that I can button up my own shirt or ride a bike. This was crucial to being a normal kid in school. I was even the first person to tie their own shoes in my kindergarten class. I play soccer, I'm in my school's marching and jazz band, and perform in local theater and school productions. All of these things would not be possible without the help that Shriners had given me. Shriners had helped me to discover and realize true independence. They have given me countless opportunities, such as local and national camps, to meet other kids and develop a better sense of community. This February, I was invited to represent the Nebraska baseball team at the Shriners College Showcase Showdown between 5 other teams. I hung out with the team and even celebrated one of our wins with them. I was honored to be part of such a great opportunity to raise money for Shriners Children's, and we raised around $350,000. A couple years ago, I was even a Nebraska Shrine Bowl co-captain. It was a great experience to meet so many people who wanted to understand my perspective and learn about Shriners. This fall, I will represent the Twin Cities Shriners Children's at the Shriners Children's Opens in Las Vegas. It is a rare inside the ropes opportunity at the PGA Tour event where we will meet and interact with the pros, other patients from across the country, Shriners, and the Shriners Children's community. I generally try to keep a good attitude even when things are hard. Most of the time, I feel like a good sense of humor is what will keep me going. One of my favorite things to do is to tell people who ask about my arm that a shark bit it off. Most of the time, people are not sure whether to laugh, but usually other kids love it. It has taken my teachers a bit to understand that I joke about my arm a lot. For Halloween one year, I made myself into a zombie and carried around a severed arm. There were many double takes taken from adults and kids alike, but I was so excited to make my arm part of my costume. Throughout my life, one of the most challenging problems I face is people's reactions towards me and other kids like me. I get constant stares and so many comments that include the phrases, "I'm so sorry," or "Your life must be so hard." You don't have to feel sorry for me. I'm over here doing better than most people with both hands. When people are uncomfortable, they don't know what to say. I want to let you know that asking questions, as long as they're not rude, about someone's particular situation is usually the best way to go. Whether we're talking to people in wheelchairs, a person with a prosthetic, a burn, or even leg braces, just talk to people like people. We generally do not like to be stared at and feel like an animal in a zoo. To me, this is more than a game. This gets the word out about Shriners Care and how they help kids to change lives. This game brings awareness and raises money to help the cost of a child in need. I feel so lucky for Shriners that reached out to my parents and encouraged them to bring me to their doctors. There are many of us, both kids and adults, that would not have succeeded as we have without the help of Shriners, and some of them in this room. I want to thank Jason Kaufman, the entire Shrine Bowl committee, the coaches, and of course, the players. One thing Shriners Children's has taught me is that people won't judge you off your appearance. What matters is your character and attitude. People will remember how you treat others. Thank you for participating in this year's Shrine Bowl and supporting us. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Poppy. What a wonderful story. And I'm always amazed how our Shrine patients are always so upbeat and positive. It's really a wonderful thing to see. And we have another positive young lady, Piper Eglin. Let's give her a hand. There's a hand mic if you want to use it.
Yeah, is it on? Or?
It will be.
Is this on? Yep. Okay.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Piper, and this is my mom, Amanda. She's going to help me tell my story about spina bifida.
Good job. All right. Well, like she said, my name is Amanda, and I'm Piper's mom. First of all, thank you for having Piper as this year's princess. And thank you for letting us share our story and how Shriners has changed our lives. So Piper is the 6-year-old daughter of Jake and Amanda. We live on a ranch outside of Oberon, North Dakota. Piper has an older sister, Fallon, and younger brothers, Croy and Coulter. So there's a 3-year-old running around making noise up here. That's her brother. Piper just graduated kindergarten from New Rockford Cheyenne School. So our story starts in 2017. I had a healthy pregnancy with Piper. At our 20-week ultrasound, everything came back normal. And at your 20-week ultrasound, that's usually when you would find out if you had a birth defect, such as spina bifida. Like I said, everything was normal, and we went to our 37-week appointment to have another ultrasound because she was breech. And at that ultrasound, we found out that our baby would be born with spina bifida, which is a neural tube birth defect where your spine does not form and close correctly. The next 2 weeks would be some of the hardest times we've had to go through. It was a sad, scary, and uncertain time. We had many doctor's appointments in that time to plan for what was to come. I remember sitting in church crying, and I looked at my husband, and he had tears in his eyes. And then I looked across the aisle at another family whose father was dying of cancer. And right then and there, I told myself that I needed to stop being sad because in just a few days, we were going to be giving birth to a living, breathing baby. We were blessed to be receiving life when other people were losing loved ones. And we knew that we could handle whatever would come our way. So at 39 weeks pregnant, we delivered Piper. She was diagnosed with myelomengicil, the most severe form of spina bifida. She was also diagnosed with hydrocephalus, club feet, and Chiari-2 malformation. The very next day after she was born, they performed her back closure surgery. And we knew she was a strong little fighter then because she made it through surgery like a champ and was breathing on her own not long after that. And then at day 7, doctors decided to place a shunt in her brain to help with the hydrocephalus. So at 7 days old, I placed my baby in the surgeon's arms to have them do brain surgery. At 3 months, she had her next surgery for her club feet. The first 2 years of her life, we were seeing many different doctors and specialists. And as parents who were trying to navigate this unfamiliar territory, we were lucky to have people reach out to us and give us advice. And that's when we learned of Shriners Children's Hospital. I had always heard of the Shriners, but I was not familiar with the clinical side. Luckily, we had people who were familiar with them. They reached out to us and told us that we needed to look into them. That was the best decision we could have made. We went to Minneapolis and became a part of the Shriners family. And when I say family, I truly mean it. Piper hated going to the doctor. She would scream if any nurse or doctor tried to touch her, didn't you? Mm-hmm. Yep. She had been poked and prodded more than anyone I'd known, and that was at the age of 2. So she was over it. But when you go to Shriners, you are met with smiles and friendly faces. Depending on the day you go, you might meet the friendliest dog in the lobby waiting to give you doggy kisses. What do you love about him?
When he kisses me.
Or you might meet the friendliest volunteers who want to help you make a craft, or they might decide to help you color or play a video game that are on the screens that are up in the clinic's lobby and the wall. And then once you go back to a room with the nurses, you are greeted by a child life specialist who brings a toy or two to give your child and games and activities to do while your child is there for the day. And let me tell you, those toys sure do make a difference. The staff truly cares about all of the members of our family. They make sure to check on how we are doing as parents and how our other children are doing. Our oldest child was having some anxiety when we would leave to take Piper to the hospital. The child life specialist encouraged us to bring our other kids with us next time. She then worked with our oldest daughter to explain all of the hospital terms in a kid-friendly way. They even provided goodies for our other kids too. And they've also done presentations via the internet at our school. We've met so many people that work at Shriners. We've even had the clinical director come and meet with us last time we were there. We've bonded with the staff over Bison football, and we know that our doctor is going to be cheering for the Navy, and if he's gone, he's probably attending a Navy football game. We know the majority of the staff on a first-name basis. They remember us and our story. The Shriners is truly a family atmosphere, and we are so lucky to be a part of that family. Shriners Children's Hospital is state-of-the-art, and their doctors are top in their field. They see this kind of specialized patients day in and day out. They are the doctors to go to when you have just about given up finding a way to fix an issue. Over the past few years, Piper had some issues arrive with her foot. We tried to find a way to fix it in North Dakota. And after 2 surgeries and no cure, we knew it was time to see Dr. Vera at Shriners. We had reached out to him initially through telehealth, and he had told us what he suspected the problem to be. But because of the weather and the time of the year, we decided to give our local doctors a chance to see if they could figure out what was going on and not have to travel in the bad weather. But after 2 unsuccessful surgeries, we finally went to Shriners. Dr. Vera successfully performed surgery, and we haven't had any issues since. Piper will actually be going back to Shriners on July 2nd to have another surgery on her foot. This is a proactive surgery that will ultimately help the way her foot grows in the future. The other thing about Shriners is it's so nice to be able to have second opinions, because with spina bifida, you're seeing so many different specialists that Shriners doesn't always offer those specialties, but they are there to give you a second opinion and guide you to where to go. Well, that's just a glimpse of Piper's medical diagnosis. So now let me tell you about who Piper is as a person. This little girl is a spitfire for sure. She has so much determination and has the best can-do attitude. There isn't anything she can't do. She figures out how she can get around. It may take her a little longer than the average person, but she figures it out. Her grandpa, who is a retired coach, what does he like to remind you?
That a tough son of a buck.
That she's a tough son of a buck. And Piper has made sure to let the doctors know just that. She'll tell you just as much as she tells herself that she's not afraid of nothing. And much to my dismay, the way that she wrestles and fights with her brother and sister, you wouldn't think that she has any limits. Piper is a part of Hope Inc., where she has participated in wheelchair track and field and wheelchair soccer. She loves to participate in track meets locally. She also loves to be a part of dance. She played t-ball last summer. And this summer, she's going to be showing a miniature cow and a goat for 4-H at the county fair. We truly try to live by the motto that there is nothing that she can't do. We're going to try to make it work if we can. So over this past Memorial Day, her older cousin carried Piper on her back and hiked up Lookout Mountain in Spearfish, South Dakota, a 3.6-mile hike with a 4,000 and some foot elevation. Piper's also excited to be in theater camp this summer and can't wait to learn how to play wheelchair basketball. We are so grateful to be a part of the Chem Shriners out of Grand Forks. When we attended our first North Dakota Shriners event, the Christmas party in Grand Forks, we met so many wonderful people who truly cared about our little ones and truly care about the higher mission that you are serving. We've gotten to know the Jamestown Shriners well, too, over the years by attending the amazing pumpkin patch in Jamestown. We've recently gotten to know other Shriners throughout the state, and even though we've only met once or twice, we've connected, and they truly take an interest in Piper. We've become Facebook friends and follow each other's lives from afar. But I can tell you that all of the Shriners that we have encountered, that they truly care about these Shriners' patients. I really think that you live and breathe your higher mission that you are serving. And we absolutely feel that we are part of the Shriners family. Having spina bifida, Piper sees so many specialists and doctors, and so we are so grateful what Shriners does to provide for us. We have never seen a bill, and they always help with our travel, and all of the different braces and equipment, and the in-house POPs department where they make all of her braces, her AFOs, her KFOs, her walker, wheelchair, her gait trainer. What else am I missing? All of her equipment. Shriners takes care of that. And again, there's no words to describe how thankful we are for that. We are so honored again that you have asked Piper to be the princess for the Shrine Bowl. And our family is so grateful for all that Shriners has done for us and all of the patients in our region. Piper did have one thing she wanted to show off. Do you want to go in the middle? Okay. So she just learned to do a trick this year. Why don't you come over here? Yep. Do you want to show them what you learned? Thank you.
What? Thank you.
So one more thing that I forgot to do when Poppy was up here, so if you stay here just for a second, all of the players and coaches signed 4 footballs. So each of these patients are going to get a signed football, and then the other 2 will be part of the live auction following the meal.
Thank you, Piper, for being with us today. Thank you very much. And now my second favorite part of the day. My first favorite part of the day, of course, is listening to these kids. I just love listening to them and hearing how upbeat they are. But my second favorite part of the day is we get to eat. Yeah. So, Noble Brad, if you would get your crew out in the middle at center court, if you would go out and we need some helpers out here. Brad, are you going to help us? I think you were, weren't you? If not, you're going to help us. Because we've got 4 stations to eat here, if you'll notice. Okay, 4 stations. And so we'll divide this group into quadrants. So that corner over there will go to that food station there. This corner here will go to that food station. This corner here will go to that food station. And lastly, that corner over there. So these guys in the middle will each take a quadrant, and they'll dismiss you to your food there. So, but first of all, before we eat, I think we got to let these coaches go first, and our patients guests. Let's you coaches and patients, why don't you guys go first, if you would, and get going. That means you can go now, coaches. There you go. And if you guys want to go first as well, get going. Okay. Okay, you guys in the middle, take your cue from them. Well, folks, I think we got almost everybody through the lines, and so we'll be getting starting in about another 5 or 10 minutes. So it might be a good time for a bathroom break if you need to do that. But before we do, let's give Andrew Steele, he's back in the corner. Let's give him and his crew a big hand. Thank you, Andrew. Hey, folks, I know some of you are still eating, but we want to get started in to 3 or 4 minutes, so maybe you'd finish up and get back to your chairs and let those folks that are still eating, let them finish up and quit talking to them. So we'll start back up in 3 or 4 minutes. All right, folks. Hey, one more time, let's give this Mayville State food service team a hand. Wonderful meal. Thank you, Andrew. Well, we got some football games this afternoon, so we got to get moving. So without further ado, please welcome the glue that keeps this group together. Please welcome Bill Lorenz, our Executive Director of North Dakota Shrine Bowl.
Thanks, Tom. Before we get to introduction of the coaches and players, I just have a few thank yous to extend. First, to our Shrine committees. I know Jason talked about his crew from El Zago and Lynn and his crew from Chem. These guys do not get enough credit. It is a year-round process for these guys, volunteering their time to get to this week. Preparations for next year's game have already begun. They're asking questions, asking coaches, asking the players what can be done better, just to make it a little bit better year in and year out. So I'd like another round of applause for our Shrine football committees. A big thank you goes out to Mayville State and the community of Mayville. They open their doors for us each and every year and do an outstanding job of hosting us. Rocky Larson, who's the head football coach and the athletic director here, him and his coaching staff and players do an outstanding job of taking care of our coaches and players all week, getting them what they need, when they need it, and just all around taking care of them. So thank you to Mayville State and the community of Mayville. Now to our coaches. We've got 16 coaches here from across the state, and really appreciate them giving up time out of their busy summer away from their families. I know I've had three of them who had team camp with their high school teams out in Dickinson up until Tuesday morning, hopped in their car and drove across the state to be with us here this week. We have one coach that had an anniversary on Thursday night. I still don't know how he pulled that off, but very appreciative of that, him making it here and being here this week. But they're great mentors to the young men that we have here, and all members of the North Dakota Coaches Association, and really appreciate their efforts this week. Last but not least, thank you to all the players. Hopefully you had a great week here, getting to know new people. Some of you have teammates here. Your teammates now with rivals that you've played with or played against the last 4 years. Spending the 5 days in the dorm together, lifelong friendships are born this week, and hopefully you had a great time here. Heard nothing but positive reviews from the coaches, from the Shrine Committee members, Mayville State. So thank you for showing respect with Mayville opening their doors to us. I did hear there was some pranks being pulled last night, but sometimes the less that I know, that's better anyway. So thank you to the players. All right, to our player introductions. First group up is going to be the 9-man East team. Okay, 9 East, if I can have you come up here, line up, numerical order. Okay, 9-man East. And then I'm going to turn it over to our head coach of the 9-man East team, Josh Keller out of North Prairie.
We walk across the stage.
Come across the stage. Is that going to work for you guys?
Right out front here, right? Right out front.
We could, sure.
Can you use... Can you go up front? Well, these guys are...
We'll get this figured out eventually. We'll meet the 9-man East squad. Everybody's going to say their name, number, and position. So here they come.
My name is Nick Hansen. I'm from Sargent County, and I play receiver.
I'm Blaze Isaacson from Lemoore, and I play DB.
Hurry up, Hav.
What do I say? Name? Okay. My name's Haviland DeLong. I'm from Rolla, and I'm a linebacker, or was.
Blake Mattson from North Prairie, running back.
My name's Zach Gibson. I'm from Nelson County. I'm a running back.
Logan Maddock. I'm from New Rockford, Cheyenne Maddock, and I play safety.
I'm Tyler Brandt, quarterback from Wymer.
Jackson Baumgarten from Nelson County. I'm a D-end.
Parker Simon, tight end from North Star.
Luke Martinson, tight end from Sargent County.
Ryan Kangas, wide receiver from Winnie Mac.
Connor Knatter, running back from the Rockford Cheyenne Maddock.
Parker Huberg, Hankinson, I'm a wide receiver.
Connor Dahl, DN from Maple River.
I'm Cooper Bowl. I'm a linebacker from Hankinson.
I'm Mason Olson from Rockford, Cheyenne Maddock, and I play defensive back.
I'm Nick Wolfcool. I'm a linebacker from Richlands.
Carter Casvant, punter, North Prairie.
Colton Cadoon, linebacker, Sargent County.
Levi Kackman, D-back from Lidgerwood.
Grady Waylander, Sargent County, left guard.
Jared Quam, center, Wymer.
Derek Schmidt, nose tackle, Dakota.
DJ Mudgett, right guard, Rockford.
Josh Whittish, tight end, Sargent County.
Ross Thompson, D-line, Nelson County.
I guess I'll start by saying what an honor and privilege it is to coach in this game, it being the 50th anniversary and all. It's just a terrific opportunity, and it's so much fun. Every time that you get asked as a coach to do this, you don't even think about it, you just say yes. It's just such a wonderful experience. I got to coach along with some great coaches that I've got a lot of respect for. I've known them for many years, ever since I got coaching in the 9-man game. Jason Moneylaws from Wymer Lidgerwood. I'm going to get a lot of crap for that. Jason Moneylaws is from Hankinson. That's my bad. That's my bad. Scott Stringy from Wymer Lidgerwood, and Daniel Grandy from North Star. Just three guys that are a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun together too. I'd like to give out some thank yous, first and foremost to Mr. Bill Lorenz. He's been thanked every single time, and it's for good reason. He does a lot of the legwork, running the game, making sure everything's smooth, getting the players ready. So he deserves a round of applause. So let's give a round of applause to Mr. Bill Lorenz, please. I want to thank Mayville State University, just putting up with all the guys all week, making sure they're well fed, well kept. They did a great job. Coach Larson and his staff, first-class people. I think Rocky's definitely got this program moving in the right direction. He's an excellent guy, and I think very highly of both he and his staff. I want to thank the kids for just having fun all week and showing up to practice and always just being in a positive mood. I think it says a lot about them, and I want to thank you parents for raising such wonderful people too. And lastly, I'd like to thank the Shriners, just a great organization. They do great work, and I really think that they show God's love here on earth. So I'd like to give a round of applause to the Shriners, please. I want to make a public apology to Mike McCall for the pranks that I alone pulled all week. No one else was involved. Scott Stringy was not involved. Jason Moneylaws was not involved. Daniel Grandy was not involved. I blew up 150 balloons and put them in your trailer. The players that were full of hot air had nothing to do with it, so it was me and me alone. That kind of leads, I'll be done here in a minute, but I want to just talk about some of the memories that we made, and that was kind of, when we had our team meeting at the beginning, we just talked about, you guys are going to just have great memories from this week, and some things that I'll remember is the camaraderie that the players had. You talk about being on rival teams and you play each other. But these guys, every single practice that we had, they walked as one group. It was always just one group going to practice. And that just stuck out to me. We pulled a prank on our players yesterday. We stole their helmets and shoulder pads, and we put them in the back of Stringy's pickup. And we were going to go to the pool later, so I get a call from Blake about 15 minutes before practice. Where's our stuff? I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. He's like, well, where's our helmets? I know you took them. I was like, Blake, we got to go to the pool. We're on a time crunch. We got to go. Come on. He's like, well, we're just going to show up in our swim trunks to practice then. I'm like, whatever. I don't care. So they come out 2 by 2, holding hands, nothing but their swim trunks. So they were practicing football in their swim trunks. And then they must like to practice shirtless because our last practice of the night yesterday was raining pretty hard here. And Stringy asked me before, he goes, well, what kind of mood do you think the guys are in? I said, I think they'll be excited. And yeah, they came out, nothing but helmets, pants, and cleats on, in the pouring rain. So they were having a good time. And you might not have realized this, but to a lot of you, that was your last football practice. So to have that memory is very special. The parade today was stupendous. Seeing all those people there, and it was cool to see our guys just hand the candy to the kids and how excited they were. 2 more things. We had a belly flop contest at the pool yesterday, and Derek Sweet Feet Schmidt was the winner. Raise your hand, Derek. So he won the belly flop contest. No pressure, Derek, but the last player that won the belly flop contest is now in the NFL, so you're up. Just the type of kids these guys are. If I could just summarize it, it'd be they do anything for each other. If somebody needed a ride, if somebody needed something, they'd find a way to get it done. They'd drop everything, and they wouldn't think twice about it. So let's give a round of applause to these players one last time. Thank you. We're asked to pick out awards, a Hustle and Spirit Award. Obviously, as Hustle is somebody that's always, moving around here and there, practices great intensity. So our Hustle Award is going to go to Nick Wolfkiel from Richland. And our Spirit Award, he was kind of the guy that I would say, well, he and his partner in crime are kind of the guys that got everybody on the team together and jamming. Always great energy. I had him as a 6th grade student, and I can tell you the kid never shuts up. So our Spirit Award goes to Carter Cassavant. Now I'm done.
All right, next up is our 9-man West team over here, and Coach Evan Melmer from South Border.
Need a coach to shake hands, right? Oh, that's right. You want to say anything first? You're going to say wait till after. Huh? Save the best for last. Okay, I'll bring him up. I'll just hold it. Just get up. I can start. Just say your name there.
Talon Binstock, Hettinger County Safety.
Ethan Meyer, New Salem, defensive back.
Alex Chernis, running back from Clearburg-Gonvick.
Ty Schmidt, TGU, quarterback.
Casey Odegaard, Tioga, safety.
Colin Zimmerman, Kidder County, D-back.
Matt Ether, Hettinger County, linebacker.
Keaton Werman, defensive end, Alexander.
Maddox Pierce, Hettinger Scranton, linebacker.
Jace Jokum, Linton, wide receiver.
Chris Peppard, MLS, wide receiver.
Vaughn Irwin, Central McLean, linebacker.
Trevor Miller, Kidder County, running back.
Trevor Schmidt, South Border, tight end.
Hunter Davis, Tioga, wide receiver.
Connor Koziak, South Border, wide receiver.
Lucas Sims, Central McLean, running back. Dalton Bosch, Linton, right guard.
Riley Richter, Linton, linebacker.
Jaron Rafferty, Hettinger County, linebacker.
Nash Wollenzine, TGU, O-line.
Colin Gettle, South Border, center.
Braden Yonner, Hettinger Scranton, nose tackle.
Clay Jacob, South Border, defensive end.
Weston Zocker, Grant County, tight end.
Can you hear me? All right. I'm sorry. So we always joke at South Border that I think I had the biggest group of clowns in the entire state of North Dakota. And I'd really like to thank Bill for continuing that tradition even here at the Shrine Bowl and giving me the biggest group of clowns that you could possibly find. It is, like Coach Keller said, it's an incredible honor to be here. When I got the call to coach this team, I said, I really didn't think I was worthy to do it. A guy that's been a head coach for 2 years, and you want me to come out here and coach an all-star game. But so incredibly honored to do it, and definitely happy that I did. We had a great time here with this group of dudes, and we definitely got pretty close. Thank you, Bill. Everything you did to put this thing together. You're a rock star. Like I said, I've never been to this game. Wasn't fortunate enough to actually play in the game. Never coached here before, so when I said yes, I walked down here and I don't know what's doing. Without Bill, we'd have been lost. All our players asked, Coach, what do we do? I don't know. Never been here. Been here as many times as you guys have, so I don't know why you're asking me. We got through it. Mayville State, you guys have been phenomenal hosts. I actually joked when I drove into town, too. I think this is the first time I've ever stepped foot in Mayville. So thank you for welcoming us and myself. Everybody associated with the university. People working, the kitchen staff, all of you guys have been phenomenal. Top class. top-class people that are here. So you guys do a great job. Coach Larson, all your dudes, again, we didn't know what we were doing. You guys gave us everything that we need. Even though we told all the guys to pack belts, Coach Olson was running around trying to find 25 belts this morning because I think we had like 2 guys actually bring a belt. Somebody thought they could play football without knee pads. Coach Olson got those. So Coach Larson and your staff, you guys have been awesome. The Shriners, I'm not going to lie, I'm not super familiar with what you guys did before this week. Wow. Wow is all I can say. One thing I preach in my program is I don't care how good of football players I make. I want to make great men that become great fathers, great husbands. You Shriners, you guys are those dudes, okay? Guys over there are those Shriners and what they do and how selfless they are. We talked about being men a lot this week. Those are some good men out there, right? That's what we want to be. So you guys are awesome. Very honored to be here this week with you guys. Last but not least on my thank yous, my coaches. I promised Ben I wouldn't screw his name up, but we had a lot of fun. Not gonna lie, 2 of them I had no idea who they were before I got here this week, and one of them, can I say we hated each other? Is that okay? Okay, that's fair. Yeah. I don't know why it's a good idea to put the South Border and the Linton guy on the same staff and say, hey, now work together. Actually joked with Coach Walls that about midnight tonight I'm sending him a nasty text to make sure that we don't actually like each other. But Coach Ben Wolenzine, yeah, that guy, from TGU. We also had Coach Tim Schaefer from Tioga, and Coach Curtis Walls from Linton HMB. Awesome dudes. You know, we joked it's kind of hard. You get 4 head coaches together and you get 4 alphas there that we're not used to really taking directions from anybody. We like to run the show. But for all of us to be able to come together and take a step back and make a good thing was pretty cool to see. Parents, you guys are awesome. You raised some great men. It was awesome to see yesterday, or Thursday, sorry, when we had all the kids here and the Shriner patients. And when I walked into the lunchroom and I saw some of our guys sitting down one-on-one with the parents of those kids, not just hanging out with the kids, but the parents of those kids, it speaks to the men that you raised, and that's pretty cool. Now I'm losing track on my list here. Yeah, that's about what we got. And, you know, this team had a lot of fun. This team got really, really close. Probably too close, actually. We got our one Minnesota dude over there, Chernus. He comes in, and we made him a West River guy by the end of it. And we were talking last night. I said, is it fair to say that we're a pretty close-knit group of dudes? And Chernus said he's actually closer with these guys than he was with his own high school team, which in 1 week, that's pretty special. It might have something to do with the disco ball in room 212. I'm not going to say what happened in that room out loud. Parents, if they want to tell you, they can. Be prepared. That's it. These guys, they worked their tails off all week. Chernus actually joked. He goes, man, I thought this was an all-star game. We're going to come up here and take it a little easy. First play, no pads. We just got shoulder pads. We just got helmets on. Day 1, simplest run play that we're going to have. We hand the ball off at about 50%. And Von Irwin decided to come screaming through the line and absolutely decleat. I don't even remember who it was, but who was it? I don't remember who it was, but he absolutely killed that guy, and from then it was game on. We have played the equivalent of probably 5 football games already between each other. Every one of those offensive guys have been on their butts. But that's what they were. They're just grinders. They work their tails off, and thank you guys for all being here, and go West. Oh, sorry. We got 2 awards we got to give out. Our Spirit, Our Hustle Award. So our Hustle Award, this guy, he was pretty quiet, but as the week went on, we went, holy smokes, I think there's like 3 of this kid on the field. It didn't matter where he was flying all over. Max effort, every single play. Is Mr. Rafferty from Hettinger County. And then our Spirit Award, when we sat down, we kind of talked about it. We're like, well, what really defines the Spirit Award? And the best we could come up with is just the guy who gets it. I don't really know what it is, but it just kind of embodies what the entire week is about. And that guy for us was Maddox Pierce from Hettinger Scranton.
All right, next up we have the 11 East. So 11 East, if you guys can come up here. And then head coach Jake Schauer from Grand Forks Central. By the way, he's the one that navigated an anniversary in the middle of Shrine Week.
Then you can be over here and shake hands. You want to say anything first? Or? No, I don't know. Okay. We'll be talking later. Yeah. Not bad. Get up here. Okay.
Marcus Biffert, Central Cass, linebacker.
Jack Simmers, Grand Forks Central, receiver.
Leo Schrendel, Grand Forks Central, receiver.
Trey Skoglin, Oaks, linebacker.
Landon Meyer, Shanley, quarterback.
Race Worley, Langdon, quarterback.
Tyler Whalen, Grand Forks Central, safety.
Jerry Gibson, cornerback, Fargo South.
Drew Hofstad, DB, Devils Lake.
Mario Garza, Oaks, linebacker.
Keaton McGregor, wide receiver and kicker, West Fargo.
Carson Hare from Botno, DB.
Cameron Spaeth, Adabort West, wide receiver.
Zach Elke, safety from Red River.
Trayton Hoffert, DN, Fargo South.
Tate Estenson, Devils Lake, linebacker.
Damarian Semenko, running back, Fargo South.
Sam Oshak, field goal specialist, wide receiver, Shanley.
Isaac Wisniewski, Central Cass, linebacker.
Landon Olson, Hillsborough Central Valley, running back.
Max Wallach, Oaks, safety.
Jim Miller, linebacker, Fargo North.
Cole Welsh, Langdon, defensive end.
Ethan Larson, Barnesville, fullback.
Charlie Zock, linebacker, Detroit Lakes.
Andre Work, tackle, Fargo Davies.
I'm Cam Allers, go to Shanley, play D-end.
Peter Davis, nose guard, Fargo North. Jay Kennings, Botno, DN.
Jordan Zander, guard, Fargo North. Brock Jungles, nose guard, Carrington.
Dylan Filler, D-tackle, Kindred.
Hudson Hodas, Devils Lake, offensive lineman.
Luke Rogan, guard, Shanley High School.
Lawson Lotus, Red River, center, long snap specialist.
Brody Anderson, Fargo South, tackle.
Trey Kuntz, tight end, Grand Forks Central.
Joe Rose, tight end, Fargo North.
Thank you. This one? All right, I'm going to guess you can hear me. Not much of a talker. Some of these guys going over 5 minutes. That's stupendous. I've never talked more than that in my life. So, first of all, I just want to echo the thank yous that have been given numerous times today. It was a great week. It's pretty impressive to see what all comes together when so many people work hard for something. And kind of like Coach Lorenz said, it doesn't come together in a week. These people are working all year long, getting the kids here, getting the accommodations, the food, everything lined up so that they can have a great week, play a football game, and at the end of the day, raise some money for the Shriners Hospital. I want to introduce my coaches. One of the cool things when I saw who I'd be coaching with, I have coached against every single one of them. Whether I've won or lost, that's to be debated. But it's been pretty fun to coach with 3 guys and kind of pick their brain on what they like to do, what they don't do. But at the end of the day, it was really I was fortunate to coach with 3 really great people. So first we have Greg with 1G, Dobitz. Greg's from Oaks. He does a great job. He's been with that program for nearly 2 decades. Won just a pile of football games. So first is Greg Dobitz from Oaks. Next, someone I went to college with, had a lot of respect for when I was in college. Coached against him when he was in Kindred. Coming off a state championship, Eric Burgad. And lastly, someone who I still coach against in our conference, coaching at Central. Someone who's been really good just to get to know and how he does his job compared to how I do my job and kind of learn from each other. From Devils Lake, Todd Lambrick. So like I said earlier, a lot of these coaches hit on how close their boys were, and I think that was maybe the most impressive thing to see this week when it was time to get on the field and concentrate and learn new concepts and learn a new offense, new defense. Our guys were locked in, ready to go. But the second they stepped off that field, they're joking around together, eating ice cream sandwiches in 4.2 seconds. They're pretty easy. Pretty impressive crew, and I can say you can think your kids are clowns or whatnot, but I think we safely had the loudest group of kids here, which is all right. Hopefully they play well tonight and it's not all just talk. But to get to those 2 awards that we've hit on, the first one is the Hustle Award, and this was a kid that when he showed up day 1, it was pretty obvious this kid was just going to get after every single player that touched the ball, and that's from Shanley High School, or the Shanley High School, Cam Allers. Now this one's really tough for me to give out. This is the Spirit Award. And just to remind you, I coach for Grand Forks Central, which is the Superior High School in Grand Forks. But this is a kid who, he gets after it, man. Whether turning it on with his mouth, he backs it up with his play. He's a really likable kid on and off the field. The kids seem to gravitate towards him. He had a lot of fun this week, and we had a lot of fun coaching him. So the Spirit Award is going to go to Lawson Lotus from Red River High School. Well, I think that's it for us. Kennedy, come on up.
All right, our 11 West crew want to come up here. And head coach Mark Kennedy out of Williston.
Logan Rist, Delax, Burlington safety.
Quinn Hafner, quarterback, Bismarck High.
Keaton Cole, wide receiver, Nedros.
Caden Nyror, receiver, Killdeer.
Ty Ossinger, Trinity, linebacker.
Jared Frank, DB, Legacy High.
Lucas Beater, quarterback, Monon High.
Tyler Gelsted, DB, Stanley.
Roman Fossum, Bowman County, wide receiver.
Drew Harris, DB from Lake Park.
Gavin Lill, Bismarck Century, running back.
Gage Glosser, receiver, Trinity.
Jack Heenick, Stanley, linebacker.
Riggs Rotenberger, linebacker, Bowman County.
Ethan Jessen, Stanley, linebacker.
Mike Gap, Polk County West, linebacker.
Bridger Owens, Bismarck High, linebacker.
Isaac Emmel, running back, Shiloh Christian.
Luke Doctor, Bismarck High School, DN. Alex Visca, tight end, Legacy.
Martin Wagner Jr., Watford City, fullback.
Dejarius Jones, defensive tackle, Minot.
Hunter Corbin, O-line, Mandan.
Zach Joik, East Grand Forks, D-line.
Austin Smith, Bismarck Century, center.
Ty Hughes, linebacker, Delax Burlington.
Phoenix Delorme, Terra Mountain, offensive lineman.
Cole Connect, Delax Burlington, defensive end.
Carter Knutson, defensive line, Southern McLean.
Jameson Remy, Velva, old lineman.
Ethan Halverson, Dickinson High, offensive lineman.
Riley Moulton, Beulah High School, D-end.
Noah Schutte, Shiloh Christian, O-line. Derek Arvette, left tackle.
Cole Scabo, Dickinson High, safety.
Yep, and you can use this one here. There you go. All right.
Yeah. Somewhere in here. Good afternoon. I had to check the time. This week is a fun, long week, and this morning I woke up, I thought it was still Friday, but it's Saturday. Well, I'd like to, again, like all the other coaches have said, thanks Mayville State, Coach Larson, his staff, the Shriners, even our speakers here that got to share their stories with us. It's such a special week, a special day, a special game, played for a special reason. So I ask that y'all keep sharing your stories, inspire people to help others, to guide others through this journey we call life, because we don't know what's coming tomorrow. So all we can do is wake up and take it for what it is and keep pushing forward. To the kids, to the athletes, not just for the West, but for the East, the 9-man athletes. Hey, you guys are here for a reason. The coaches selected you for a reason. You guys are good people, good athletes, but most of all, good people. So continue to be good people, okay? And share that. Don't just keep it to yourself. Don't be stingy with it, okay? The world is a scary place. It can be a scary place as you guys enter into it. Don't hold back. Don't stop asking questions. Keep fighting for yourselves and others. To the Shriners, to Mr. Lorenz, thank you for having me back. This is my third time here. The first two, I was part of the 9-man staff. And to be asked to come back, as this was my first year as an 11-man coach, when I got the message, it was kind of shocking, like, whoa. I got asked to come back, and I remember 3 years ago, one of the Shriners, when he found out that I was going to Williston to be the head coach, he said, well, maybe, hopefully we get you back as an 11-man coach. You know, and to myself, I thought, well, we'll see. We got some amazing coaches in this state. Well, here I am. Thank you for that. Because it pushed me, it inspired me, it made me want to do better. And so I hope that you kids that I got to coach with this week, that's what you got from me. Something to make you want to do more than just what you're doing now. Oh, thank you. I was an assistant coach. I forgot about these awards, and I think both of these awards, I think we could have given them to anybody on the team. The effort/hustle award, that one, I think as coaches, we talked about it for a couple days. And this kid, he really made us think. There were quite a few, all of them made us think about who we wanted to give these awards to. And for this effort hustle award, this kid kept us up thinking, what side of the ball are we going to put him on? I still don't know exactly what side he's on, as I haven't asked the coordinators what side he's going to be on. But our effort/hustle award from Dickinson Trinity, Ty Dossinger. Then our Spirit Award. This kid was a kid I noticed right away, but he's bigger than me, so everyone is bigger than I see him right away. But he's just like I said, all the kids fun to be around. This was such a blast. So tough to pick one kid for this award. And I didn't want to have to ask Mr. Lorenz another favor, as if we could give them all the award. That'd have been another midnight text, huh? But our Spirit Award as coaches, we got together, we talked about it, and from Mandan, Hunter Corbin. Oh, again, Shriners, Mayville State, Mr. Lorenz, thank you. Thank you with everything.
One other thing that I asked the coaches to do throughout the week is to select one player from their team to come up and kind of speak about their experience from a player's perspective, what their week was like. So, players, you should know who you are, so if we could get those representatives from each team to come on up here, please.
I apologize, nerves got me. Forgot to introduce my coaches. Fellas, I'm sorry. We are the Highway 85 staff, as we are all from the far west. As I moved to Williston, we call it the Wild West. Our offensive coordinator, he's not here right now. He has a really close relationship with a professor of his out of Concordia Moorhead, and that professor unfortunately passed away, so he had to go down to the funeral. But he'll be back to coach the game. Our defensive coordinator, Coach John Tookshire from Dickinson High School. Then our other assistant coach from Killdeer High School, Coach Andy Cook.
Kind of short, Mark, aren't you? Hi, I'm Ty Schmidt from TGU Towner, the quarterback for 9-Man West. When Coach asked me to speak for the team, I said I'd be happy to. The team has had some busy days these past few days, but man, has it been fun. We all just met Tuesday, but it feels like we've been friends for years. This week has been quite an experience, especially learning all that the Shriners do by volunteering and fundraising to help improve the lives of the children, or just having fun with the teammates and getting to know them also. I'd like to thank the Shriners for giving the opportunity to my teammates and I to play in this football game later today. I'd like to thank the coaches that guided us through it all. And I'd also like to thank my teammates for giving me an amazing and fun week. And good luck to all the teams, especially 9-Man West, PS Tug of War champions.
Hi, everyone. My name is Tyler Whalen. I'm a safety out of Grand Forks Central, playing for 11 East. And at practice yesterday, Coach asked me to say a few words about my week, so I guess here I am. Coming into this week, I didn't really know what to expect. All I knew was I was playing a football game on Saturday. I didn't know anything about the Shriners, what they did and who they are. Didn't know anything about most of my teammates on the 11 East. Knew a few of their names, but that was about it. And throughout the week, I've learned a lot. On Tuesday, when we were given a brief introduction to the Shriners and kind of who they were, but it was really Thursday when we really learned what they were all about. We listened to stories from a bunch of different Shriner patients and how the Shriners helped them. After all that, we went to go play games with them on the field, and it was just a really moving experience, and I was very glad I and the rest of my team was able to be a part of it. Another reason I'm very happy that I was able to attend this was my teammates. Since being here, we've had 8 practices and 3 meals a day. So, and then that with dorm times and locker room time, we spent a lot of time together. And, you kind of learn a lot about these guys. For example, I learned that my man Pete, I don't know where he is, fastest ice cream sandwich eater in the States, probably the country. Give it up for Pete. I also learned Jerry and Lawson have always been and will always be best friends on and off the field, no matter what Jerry says. And just all sorts of other fun memories I made with these guys, and I'm very happy I was able to learn about all of them and be friends with all of them. I'm very excited to play a game with these guys later today, and I hope we will continue to be friends past the Shrine Bowl and into our college years. Basically, if I had to sum up my week, I would just say we did a lot. We played a lot of football, we ate a lot of food, made a lot of new friends, and made a lot of memories. The 11 East and I only have one thing left to do, and that's to go win a football game, so we'll do that. Thanks.
Well, I don't know how much there is left to say. My notes here pretty much just go off of exactly what they said. So I do have one thing I have to say, and that's yup. Another one. Yup. So first day in the locker room, everybody was dead silent, and I'm like, well, somebody gonna play some music, or are we just gonna sit here in silence? So Ryan pulled out a speaker, and he starts playing music, and never heard this song before, and it was about 3 minutes of some guy just saying yup. So that was the whole week. We kind of just, everything we did that was our saying, and I don't have much to say, but it was a great week, and thanks to the coaches and the Shriners. And I didn't know what Shriners was before this week, but after this week, listening to all the stories, and it's a great thing you guys got going there. So, but other than that, I don't have much to say. So we got to go win a game tonight.
Hey there, everyone. My name is Lucas Beater. I'm a quarterback for Minot High School. And first off, I'd like to start off with a lot of thank yous to the Shriners, of course, the Mayville staff for hosting me and my teammates and all the players here, supporting us with food, dorms, places to stay. We're truly grateful for that. Coaches, for taking weeks off of your summer to come and support us as players. And then Shriners Children, for you guys to be able to show up, make a difference on not only me, but all the players here. That was truly amazing. So our experience here was nothing short of amazing. Players, we came in as rivals from different schools from all over the Western area, and we came together as one, whether that was on the practice field, in the locker room, in the dorms. We all came together, and we're able to have fun and create bonds that are going to last us a lifetime. So, it truly was an amazing experience to be able to be here and to have fun with all these teammates. Once again, Mayville staff, thank you guys for the food, the practice facilities, everything that you guys have provided us. And I'm confident in our 11 West boys that will go and get a win tonight. So thank you guys.
You got 10 seconds. Stand up, shake it, and sit back down. 1, 2, stand up. You got 10 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, hey, 9, sit down. All right, there you go. Well, the highlights of this Shrine Bowl banquet is this next fellow. He has a wonderful resume that you can read on the back of the program. He needs no introduction, but there's a line missing on his resume. He is a good friend and a fine, fine, fine gentleman. Please welcome Coach Mike Berg.
Like everybody else, I'd like to thank, obviously, Mayville State University, Bill Lorenz, Shriners wives. You're the only folks who really know what goes into getting this week ready and goes into getting this thing ready for 130-some players and coaches to come in. So my sincere thanks to you, and on behalf of Shrine families, Shrine patients. It's incredible what you do to put this together. Now, we just heard from 4 players, and I want to believe that any one of you players could have been up here saying the same thing. It's nice to hear that you had a good time. It's nice to hear that you understand what Shriners are all about now. And it's especially nice to hear you say something about the reason for being here, which is the young people who need your help so much. And I don't want to hit you over the head with a real heavy message. It's clear this week has been a lot of fun for you. You've made lifetime friends. You're going to take memories away with you from here. But understand, I think you do, but just clearly understand something more comes with the honor that you've received. I'm sure you were excited when you were notified that you were on the Shrine Bowl. Must have been very exciting for you. And you're going to leave here later today after the last game is played. The reality is that what this week has been all about isn't going away. You might be going home. The reality is Shrine patients, Shrine families, not just here, but around the world, deal with that every day the rest of their lives. I know that none of you players will ever look at a Shriner the same way again. You say you didn't know, now you know. Now you have no excuse not to look at them with the highest regard and respect for what they stand for and what they do. And hopefully, none of you players ever looks past a kid or anyone who needs your help again. I know that most of you are in a hurry at this age. You're done with high school now. You're moving on to something else. You're in a hurry to be called men. I have a few reminders for you. You want to be a man? A man puts others first, ahead of themselves. Others may increase and you decrease. That's a man. You want to be a man? A man doesn't sit down when it's time to stand up. He rises up. You've seen that. You've seen an example of that this week. You take that with you when you leave here today. And as long as I have you men here, and you're going to go out into the world from this place, let me just remind you, it has nothing to do with the shrine. A man knows how to treat women with respect and dignity. And if you take that with you when you leave here, you're going to make a mark wherever you are. Now, you've come a long way since you first played football. I don't know whether that was youth football or middle school, junior high, freshman, whatever it was. Wherever you started football, you certainly are not the same football player. You are certainly not the same man. And at the end of every day, you should thank God with loud, clashing cymbals for the opportunity that you've had to help others, to learn how to help others, even in 4 short days. And you should, at the end of every day, thank God with loud, clashing cymbals that you're the one with strong legs. And don't just look at this as a football game. You take those strong legs and you use them for good when you leave this place. Players, you see these coaches? No doubt you wouldn't be here if you didn't have influential coaches in your life, and some of you, these are your coaches from your schools. You've had other great influences, but you tell me the truth. Is there anybody in your school who's a greater influence than coaches? Whatever sport, male, female, you know the influence that coaches have. I really hope none of you players leave here today without looking up the coaches that worked with you this week, and maybe the coaches from the other teams, because I know you know them as well. And thank them, not just for what they've done for you this week, but for what they do in their schools every day, year after year. See, there's a lot of kids that would love to trade places with you. They'd like to be here today. They didn't get nominated. They didn't get chosen. You did. And they're sitting right now at home. And if I had their phone number and called them and say, we're kicking off tonight at 7 o'clock, you want to play? They'd find a way to get here. You are the chosen ones. You thank these men for that. And when you get home, do not just turn in your equipment. Don't just take it over to the school and drop it off. You find that guy that nominated you and you thank him, not only for nominating you to be here, you thank him for what he did for you over the years. If you're going on to college to play football, good for you. You think you know something about football? In a few weeks, you're going to find out you don't know squat about football. You're going to get your butt run around like you can't believe, and you're not going to recognize the game that you're playing because it's not the game you played in high school. It's better in so many ways. Right now, you're at the top of your game. When you go in there, gentlemen, as a freshman, I hope that you will stay humble. I hope that you will be willing to learn. I hope that you will stay with it. I hope that the expectation that you have to play college football is met. And the thing is, you won't gain anything from it. The great experience will be no experience unless you hang in there, and so many aren't able to do that. Hopefully through your high school years and maybe even what you've learned here, you get past those rough times in college football and stay with it. And for those of you that are not going on to college football, good for you. Let it end today on the highest note that you've ever had when you've put a uniform on. And let me recommend something for you. You want to give something back to the game, not only football, but basketball, wrestling, whatever it is. Maybe you'll think about becoming a high school sports official. I'm not kidding you. I'm serious. You're going to college, you're sticking around your hometown, you're going off to a job somewhere. This is when you start. It's not hard. You can register through the Activities Association. You will be taught. You don't have to know the game inside and out. You'll go to workshops. You'll work with older guys. You'll make good money. And you know, if you do that, what you give back will very likely be more significant than the guys that are going on to play more. Think about that. There were people willing to go out and officiate so you guys could play. Seriously, think about giving something back. You talked about now you know what Shriners do. You know that they live in a different world than most of us. They really do. Their goal is not to please man, their goal is to please God. They're not concerned about man, they're concerned about pleasing God and carrying out His plans. They are special people that God gave a task to, and they carry out His work for those that need attention. In your lifetime, if you go anywhere and find as good a man as a Shriner, then you've found a damn good man. There are no more honorable people on the face of the earth in my mind. And now I know many of you are playing your last football game today, and for you, you know, that might cause a little bit in your chest to make your heart beat a little faster. You think about a lot of things from the time you first put on a helmet to today when the last time you take it off. But there's another group of people that very well could be watching their last football game, and I want to recognize the mothers whose sons are wrapping it up today. And if you don't mind, I'd like to share something with you. If you've heard this before, don't give it away. Act like it's your first time. Moms, this is for you. For 4 long years, I've washed this suit. And goodness, what a chore. I've seen the grass, the blood and dirt, the stains and grime galore. I've held it very gingerly, then dropped it in the wash, while thinking next week, wash again, oh gee, oh Lord, oh gosh. I've opened all the windows as I've squirted on the shout. I've breathed the fumes that clogged my lungs, of that I have no doubt. The fortune on detergent, the time I spent, I shudder. For 4 long years I've washed this suit. You can call me Mutter. But today, I wash this uniform for perhaps the final time. After all these years of drudgery, I failed to see the grime. I saw the boy who wore it with such pride and dignity, and suddenly that football suit looked beautiful to me. I saw the dedication of my young man to the team, his pride to wear the uniform, to play the game and dream. I felt the tingling of the game, the tumult at the end, the heart, the spunk, the cheer and pat of every loyal friend, the character and goodness that this uniform helped to grow, and the precious boy who wore it are so special I could glow. If I had one wish for certain, the one I would adore would be to wash this uniform for 4 long years or more. God bless you, mothers. Thank you.
Wow. One more time, good hand for Mike Berg, please. couple of announcements before we get onto the auction area. We've got some Jacobson Studios tell us that those of you that have ordered some pictures, they are in the lobby. You can pick those up after the banquet. Those pictures are in the lobby after the banquet. And then Shane, where you at? Did those team banners finally show up? Where you at? Shane, is you at? You have them all? Good. Okay. So those players finally remember to bring the banners back. Good deal. I thought it was going to be $20 a piece. All right. So we have a time now that we'd like to raise a little money, and so come on up there, our good friend Gail Jenstead, and he will assist us in auctioning off some items, which I think are always highly prized, and it's always a fun part of the banquet. So Gail Jenstead, come on up. Good to see you.
Thank you, Tom. I'm a mobile noble with Kim Temple. What are we starting with, gentlemen? We have the 9 West helmet signed by every player. We're here to raise money. Who give me 500? $500 been a 5, we're now $500 now, 6,000, 7 now, $700 been a 7, we're now 7 now, $800 been a weight, 8 now, $8 been a weight, $800 been a weight, we got 7 now, 8 now, $7 been a weight now, $800 been a weight, we're now $700 been a weight, $700 been a weight, we're now $700 been a weight, all now $700 been a weight, we're now 7 right here now, $800 been a weight. $700 been a weight, where now $700 been a weight, where now $700 been a weight, so now a 9-man helmet. 9 West. I got 700 right here, now $800 been a weight, now 9, now 8, 9, now $1,000 been a 1,000, sir, now $1,000 been a 1,000, now 1,100, now 1,100, now $1,200 been a 12, now $1,200 been a 12. $1,200 been a 12, sir. Now $1,200 been a 12. Anybody else? Now $1,200 been a 12. Now I got $1,100 been a 12. $1,100 been a 12. Where now $1,100 been a 12. Where now $1,100 been a 12. Now $1,100 been a 12. Now $1,300. Thank you. Now 14. You're out. Now $1,400 been a 14. $1,400 been a 14. $1,400 been a 14. Where now 1,400. You're in now. You're in here, sir. Now $1,400 been to 14. Where now $1,400 been to 14. Sold it. $1,300 right beside you there, sir. Yeah. Which one you got, Lynn? We got 11 West. 11 West. Who give me 1,000? Who give me 500? $500 been a 5. Where now $500 been a 5. Now 700 up 50 out 5 now 600. 500 6 now 7 now $600 been a 7. Where $600 been a 7. $600 been a 7. Where now $600 been a 7 all now $600 been a 7. Where now $600 been a 7. $600 been a 7. Where now $600 been a 7 all now $600 been a 7. Where now $600 been a 7 all now $600 been a 7. $600 been a 7. Where now 7 now $800 been a 7 now 8 now 9 now $800 been a 9. $800 been a 9 now $800 been a 9 now $800 been a 9 now $1,000 been a 1,000 now 1,100. 1,000 now 1,100 now 1,100 now what do you say now 1,100. $1,000 been 1,100 where now 1,100 where now 1,100 where now $1,000 been 1,100. $1,000 been 1,100 where now $1,000 been 1,100 where now $1,000 been 1,100 where now $1,000 been 1,100. $1,000 been 1,100 now $1,200 been to 12 now $1,300 even money now. $1,300 been a 13 sir now $1,300 been a 13. $1,300 been a 13's all now. It's only money. You can't take it with you. $1,300 been a 13 where now 13. We're here to raise money. Yes we do. $1,300 bin to 13's all now. $1,300 bin to 13. Where now? $1,300 bin to 13. $1,200 bin to 13. 13. Now 14. Now 1,500. $1,500 bin to 15. Where now? $1,500 bin to 15's all now. $1,500 bin to 15. Where now? $1,500 bin to 15. 15. $1,500 bin to 15. One more time now with $1,500 bin to now 16. Now 1,700. I lied to you. $1,700 bin to 17. 17. $1,700 bin to 17. Where now? $1,700 bin to 17. What do you say? Yes or no? Gotta go. $1,700 bin to 17. Now 1,800. Now 18. Now 19. $1,900 bin to 19. Where now? $1,900 bin to 19's all now. $1,900 bin to 19. 19. Now $2,000 bin to 2. Now 2,100. $2,000 bin to 2,100. 2,100. Where now? 2,100. Where? I never thought of that. I got 2050. $2,100 bin to 21 to you. 2,500. That's a gut punch right there. Now 2,600. $2,600 bin to 26. Where now? $2,600 bin to 26. All now. $2,600 bin to 26. $2,500 bin to 2,600. Where now? $2,500 bin to 26. Sold your way. $2,500. Nine-man East. Who give me 1,000? Who give me 500? $500 bin to 5. Where now? $500 bin to 5's all now. $500 bin to 5. What do you say now? $500 bin to 5. $500 bin to 5. Where now? $500 bin to 5. Where's the East fans now? $500 bin to 5. Where now? $500 bin to 5. $500 bin to 5. Where now? $500 bin to 5's all now. $500 bin to 5. Where now? $500 bin to 5. $500 bin to 5. What do you say now? $500 bin to 5. Now $500 bin to 5. Where now? $500 bin to 5. $500 to 5. Now 600. Thank you. Now 600. Now $500 bin to 6. Now $500 bin to 6. $500 bin to 6. It's not where we start. It's where we end. $500 bin to 6. Where now? $500 bin to 6. All now. $500 bin to 6. Where now? $500 bin to 6. $500 bin to 6. Now $500 bin to 6. Where now? $500 bin to 6. Where now? $500 bin to 6. What do you say now? $500 bin to 6. $500 bin to 6. Where now? $500 bin to 6. All now. $500 bin to 6. Anybody else? Now 7. I got 6 way in the back. Now 7. $700 bin to 7. Where now? $700 bin to 7. Where now? $700 bin to 7. Now $800 bin to 8. $800 now 9. Now $900 bin to 9, sir. $900 bin to 9. $900 bin to 9 right there. Now $900 bin to 9. Know what you say? Now $900 bin to 9. $900 bin to 9. Where $900 bin to 9. Now 9. Now $1,000 bin to 1,000. Where now? $1,000 bin to 1,000. Now $1,100 bin to 11. $1,100 bin to 11. Where now? $1,100 bin to 11. Where now? $1,100 bin to 11. $1,100 bin to 11. Where now? $1,100 bin to 11. Now $1,200 bin to 12. Where now? $1,200 bin to 12. 12. Now $1,300. Now $1,300. Even money. Now $1,300. Now par. Now $1,300 bin to 13. 13. $1,300 bin to 13. $1,300 bin to 13, sir. Now 14. $1,400. $1,400 bin to 14. For now $1,500. $1,500. Now $1,600. Now $1,600. Now 17. I can keep up. $1,700 bin to 17, sir. Now $1,700 bin to 17. Where now? $1,700 bin to 17. 18. Now 18. $1,800 bin to 18. Where now? Now 19. Now 2,000. $2,000 bin to 2. Now $2,000 bin to 2's all now. 2,000. Now 21. What do you say? Well, I never thought of that. Now 26. $2,500 bin to 2,600, sir. Now 2,600. 2,600. Give me 3,000. Give him the gut punch. 26 or 3,000. $2,600 been to $2,700 now, $2,600 been to $27, $2,600 been to $7 now, $29 now $8, $2,800 sir now, $2,800 now where now, $2,800 where now, $2,800, $28 now, $2,900 now, $2,900. 2,900 where now, 2,900 where now, 2,900 what do you say now, 2,900, 2,900 where now, 2,900 where now, 2,900 is all you up. Now $3,000, now 3,100, 3,100 where now, 3,100 is all now, 31 now, 3,100, 3,100 where now, 3,100 where now, 3,100, $3,000 been to 3,100, $3,000 been now, 3,100 where now, 3,000 been now, 3,100 now, 3,100 now, 3,100 where you now, $3,000 been to 3,100. Now to 30 new blood, now 32, what do you say, 34? Can't hear you. 4,000. That even blows my socks up. He'll give me 41. $4,100 been to 4,100 now, 4,100 where now, 4,100, 4,100 where now, 4,100's all now, 4,100 where now, 4,100, 4,100 where now, 4,100 where now, 4,100. Sold it. $4,000 to the left. Thank you. Okay, we saved the best to last. We got the 11-man East. 11 East. Who give me 1,000? Who give me 500? $500 been to 5, where now? $500 been to 5, where now? $500 been to 5. $500 been to 5, where now? $500 been to 5's all now. $500 been to 5, where now? $500 been to 5's all now. $500 been to 5. $500 been to 5, where now? $500 been to 5, where now? $500 been to 5's all now. $500 been to 5. $500 been to 5, where now? $500 been to 11-man East now. $500 been to 5, where now? $500 been to 5. You make great neighbors. You're so quiet. Who give me 500? $500 been to 5, where now? 500 now way in the back, now 6. $500 been to 6, where now? $500 been to 6, all now. $500 been to 6. $500 been to 6, where now? $500 been to 6, where now? 7 now. $600 been to 7. $600 been to 7, where now? $600 been to 7, where now? $600 been to 7. $600 been to 7, where now? $600 been to 7, where now? $600 been to 7, where now? $600 been to 7. $600 been to 7, where now? $600 been to 7, where now? $600 been to 7, now $600 been to 7's all now. $600 been to 7. $600 been to 7, where now? Where are you guys? $600 been to 7 now, $600 been to 7, where now? $600 been to 7. No, 8, thank you. $700 been to 8 now, 9 now, $8 been to 9 now, $900 been to $1,000 been to $1,000 now, $1,000 been to $1,000, $900 been to $1,000 where $900 been to $1,000 all now, $9,000 now, $1,100, $1,100 been to 11 where now, $1,100 been to 11 sir now, 11 now, $1,200 been to 12 now, $1,300 where now, $1,300 where now, $1,300, $1,300's all now, $1,300 where now, $1,300 where now, $1,300 now, 14 now, $1,500 been to 15 where now, $1,500 been to 15, $1,500 been to 15's all now, $1,600 now, 16 now, 17, $1,700 been to 1,700 now, $1,700 been to 17, $1,700 been to 17, what do you say now, $1,700 been to 17, 17, $1,800 been to 18, now $1,900 been to 19. See, if you bid faster, we'd get done quicker and we get to go play football. I got an 18, now 1,900, sir. Is all. 1,900. Now 2,000. Now 2,100. $2,000 been to 2,100. Where now? $2,000 been to 2,100. Now $2,000 been to 2,100. $2,000 been to 2,100. Now $2,000 been to 2,100. Where now? $2,000 been to 2,100. $2,000 been to 2,100. Yes or no? Gotta go. 2100, 2100, 2100. Where now? 2100. Thank you, ma'am. Now 2200. Now 2300. $2,300. Just think of your grandkids going without a week's vacation. What the hell? $2,300. $2,200 bid to 2,300. Where now? $2,200. Anybody else can bid. $2,200 bid to 2,300. Now $2,200 bid to 23. Now $2,200 bid to 23. So $2,200 way in the back. Okay, we should have done that right away. 11-man football. Every player. We're starting with the footballs. Every player from every team is signed this football. We've got two footballs. Pardon me? Yeah. Okay. Okay, on the football. Who give me 1,000? Who give me 500? $500 bid to 5. Where now? $500 bid to 5. Now $750. Now $500 bid to $750. Different deal here now. $500 bid to $750. Where now? $500 bid to $750. $500 bid to 6. Where now? $500 bid to 6. $500 bid to 6. Where now? $500 bid to 6. All now. $500 bid to 6. Where now? $500 bid to 6. $500 bid to 6. Where now? On the football now. $500 bid to 6. Where now? $500 bid to 6. $500 bid to 6. Where now? $500 bid to 6. All now. $500 bid to 6. Where now? $500 bid to 6. $500 bid to 6. Where now? $500 bid to 6. All now. $500 bid to 6. $500 bid to 6. Now 7. Now $600 bid to 7. All now $700 bid to 7. Where now? $800 bid to 8. $800 bid to 8. Where now? $800 bid to now 9. Now 900. Now $1,000 bid to 1,000. Now $1,000 bid to 1,000. $1,000 bid to 1,000. Where now? $1,000 bid now $1,100 bid to 11. Now 11. Now 12. $1,200 bid to 12. Where now? $1,200 bid to 12. Where now? $1,200 bid to 12. Where now? $1,200 bid to 12. $1,200 bid to 12. All now $1,100 bid to 12. Now $1,200 bid to 12. Where now? $1,200 bid to 12. Now $1,200 bid to 12. $1,200 bid to 12. Where now? $1,200 bid to 12. Now $1,200 bid to 12. Sold your way $1,100. It's your way.
Ask the one that got outbid if he wants to buy this one for the same price.
Contending bidder, would you like this one for $1,100? Contending bidder, $1,100 for the other football. Back in that area. Anybody else? $1,100 for this football. Anybody else? I'll go again. I got time. Who give me 1,000 for this football? Okay? Done. $1,000 right there. We do have matching helmets. Contending bidders. How are we going to do that? Okay, but at what price? Okay. Contending bidder, we'll start with the 9-man East. Yeah. Start with the 9-man East. That football's gone. We've got them here. Start with the 9-man East. What was the price on that one? 9 East was $4,000. Anybody else want that football or helmet for $4,000? Otherwise, we'll auction it again. What do you think? 9-man East. 9-man East. Who give me 500? $500 bin to 5. We're now $500 bin to 5. All now $500 bin to 5. $500 bin to 5. We're now $500 bin to 5. We're now $500 bin to 5. We're now $500 bin to 5. $500 bin to 5. We're now $500 bin to 5. We're now $500 bin to 5. We're now 5. This is the 9-man East helmet. $500 bin to 5. We're now $500 bin to 5. We're now $500 bin to 5. There, $500 bin to 5. $500 bin to 5. We're now $500 bin to 5. We're now $500 bin to 5. We're now $500 bin to 5. Now 6. Now $500 bin to 6. $500 bin to 6. We're now $500 bin to 6. We're now $500 bin to 6. Now $500 bin to 6. Now 7. Now $700 bin to 7. Now $700 bin to 7. We're now $700 bin to 7. $700 bin to 7. We're now $700 bin to 7. We're now $700 bin to 7. $700 bin to 7. We're now $700 bin to 7. We're now $700 bin to 7. Soldier weighs $600. The 9 West. Who give me 1,200? Okay, good. That one sold 1,200. 11 East. 11 East was 2,200. We'd take 2,000. Anybody interested? 2,000. 11 East, 2,000. We'll sell it again. $500 bin to 5. We're now $500 bin to 5. We're now $500 bin to 5. $500 bin to 5. We're now $500 bin to 5. What do you say now? $500 bin to 11 East, correct? $500 bin to 5. Now $500 bin to 5. We're now $500 bin to 5. We're now $500 bin to 5. $500 bin to 5. Now 6. 5, now 6, thank you. $500 bin to 6, now $500 bin to 6, now $500 bin to 6, we're now $500 bin to 6, we're now $500 bin to 6. $500 bin to 6, we're now $500 bin to 6, we're now $500 bin to 6. Sold you away $500 to the lady right here to the left. 11 East. Okay. 11 West. 11 West was 2,500. Who give me $2,000? $2,000 bin to 2. Where now? Who give me 500? $500. 11 West now. $500 bin to 5. Now $600 bin to 6. $500 bin to 6. Where now? $500 bin to 6. Now $500 bin to 6. Where now? $500 bin to 6. $500 bin to 6. Where now? $500 bin to 6. What do you say now? $500 bin to 6. Now $700 bin to 7. We're now $700 bin to 7. Now $800 bin to 8. Now $800 bin to 8. $800 bin to 8. What do you say now? $800 bin to 8. 8. Now $800 bin to 8. 8. Now $800 now 9. Now 9. $900 now $1,000 bin to 1,000. Now $1,000 bin to 1,000. We're now $1,000 bin to 1,000. $1,000 bin to 1,000. We're now $1,000 bin to 1,000. We're now $1,000 bin to 1,000. What do you say now? $1,000 bin to 1,000. Sold it. $900 right there by the Shriner. Thank you.
Thank you, Gail. Give Gail a good hand for being an auctioneer. Thank you, Gail. Remember, pictures that you've ordered in the lobby. I think Mayville State Bookstore's got some items for sale as well out there. So thank you all for coming, and let's go play football. See you tomorrow.